Hi, my name is Kevin. I'm the Deputy CFO for a large U.S. law firm. And today I'd like to talk to you a little bit about Tellennium. Shortly after I joined the firm, I realized that we were getting piles and piles of phone bills that nobody really had the time or the experience to look at and to identify problems with billings or things that we might be saving. And I had a clerk who probably spent 2 weeks out of the month doing nothing but entering phone bill charges into our accounting system, and realized that we needed to do something that made a little more sense. So we went looking for somebody to help us with our phone problems and came across Tellennium. We were impressed by their experience and background with the phone companies, which is clearly something we didn't have. And quite honestly, that their deal was simple. I mean, it was a flat fee and a very low percentage of savings compared to the other firms that we were looking at. And so shortly after Rob called, about 8 years ago, we hired them on. And since we hired Tellennium about 8 years ago, we have saved probably $2.8 million in our phone charges, which is certainly a better deal than I thought I was hiring on for when we signed up, which was, I just wanted to be sure it was a free service to us, and it's turned out to be much better than that. And so the relationship with Tellennium has changed over time. When we first hired them, quite honestly, we were really just hiring them to help us with what we thought or what we knew were billing errors and things that we weren't using. And at least as we were talking about what we thought we would use them for, that was really it. But as time progressed and we got to appreciate their professionalism and also noticed that the carriers paid attention to them more than they paid to us, recently the most valuable services that we've been getting from them are actually negotiating new contracts and extensions with the carriers, because those guys know more than we do, and the carriers know it and respond better to them than if we tried to do it ourselves.
Hi, my name is Jeff, and I work for a large U.S.-based law firm. We hired Tellennium. They came in, they did a quick audit, and found a lot of significant billing errors with all of our communication vendors. Within 6 months, they had all those errors corrected, and they had our circuits organized so that I knew what was where. One of the things that I really liked about Tellennium was the circuit audit. At first, I didn't think a lot of things were missing or in the wrong place, but after seeing the audit and seeing how many things I didn't know were out there and that we were paying for, it was a great service. With the position I hold at this firm, I talk to many different vendors in all forms of communications. One thing I lean on Tellennium for is an honest, objective answer about those vendors, good and bad. Using Tellennium's expert opinions helps me know that I'm getting the best vendor for the job, and that we'll have less outages and problems of this sort. As the firm's telecom manager, I have various challenges to face. I have video conferencing that goes on every day, 24/7. I have phone calls going over WANs. I've got phone calls going out internationally. I have another service that Tellennium brings to the table is their software called TIMS. That software is basically an inventory of all of our circuits, all of our billing information, basically anything to do with our communication systems. If need be, you can log into the software, you can run reports. We often run reports over cost per minute, things like that. It's been very helpful, because those of you who do billing know that vendors' portals are not the easiest things to navigate. Tellennium brings a multitude of services to the table. One thing that I particularly like is they can put a lot of pressure on my comm vendors to get it right. If we have a billing issue, we go to them, they contact the vendor seems to listen to Tellennium, and we get the credit that we deserve, and we don't have to do anything. Tellennium brings me the peace of mind that I know I'm getting the best pricing and the correct pricing on all my communication products.
Hi, my name is James, and I'm the Senior Network Engineer for a large U.S.-based firm. I'm here to talk about Tellennium today. One of the most recent things they helped us with is managing our RFP process. It was very easy to spend a few hours with representatives from Tellennium. We get all of the details down and basically have them manage that process for us. They were very knowledgeable, very helpful with their experience in the past as it relates to the RFP process. Along with the RFP process, they helped us negotiate very good rates between the vendors. They were very knowledgeable about current market rates, what certain vendors could provide, what others couldn't provide, and they really helped us a lot in deciding who to go with and get the most out of the RFP process. So after working with Tellennium for about 8 years, one of the things I've come to enjoy is working with the people. They bring a lot of value to us. Not only are they knowledgeable and professional, but they're nice people. They work together great as a team, and that shows in everything they do and how they work with us. It's a nice change to be able to work with good professional people like the people at Tellennium.